What up, Art? Let's continue, man. Remind me where we were at.
Oh, okay, we back. We back. We back.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, we were talking about we were talking about vibration and
Oh yeah, man. Vibes, man. A lot of us say vibes, man. Vibes are real, and many of us don't realize that it is a vibration, and vibration is like super duper real, man. You know what I'm saying? And the vibration we bring into a room is real. You know how you know it's real? Because you feel it when old girl just walked in the room.
mm,
You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
You felt it when when that preacher got up on the stage. You know, you felt it through what you watched on the news. That's a vibration,
Right.
right? Which also seeps into what we say to ourselves, or what we say about ourselves, how we see ourselves. What is our subconscious saying about our capabilities, our abilities, the possibilities that lie within the efforts that we're putting forth? You know, what are we telling ourselves about ourselves? We're in control of that tape. And a lot of us don't even realize that. A lot of us are actually acting on on the tape that was playing for us when we got here.
Mm.
And many of us don't realize that we can roll that tape. We have the control and the ability, the capability and the strength and the wherewithal and the greatness to be able to take that tape where it's at and begin to rewind and roll that tape back to the beginning of where we knew when we got here that we wanted to be at. And we have the ability to control how we play that tape each and every day, what we're saying to ourselves about ourselves, what we're talking to each other about, what we're watching on TV. I don't have, think about it, man. What am I missing out on if I don't watch the news for the next 30 days?
To me, nothing, because I about
No,
don't watch the
but even
news.
but not even but I mean that's not even an opinion thing though, Art.
Yeah.
Like when you said to me nothing. In all actuality, it's doing no good.
It's not.
When you think about vibration, because just as much time and energy as you guys are putting into giving me everything that's bad going on around me, that is the exact same effort you could be putting into finding what else is good going on, what are solutions people are coming up with. RedL TV got this going on every Sunday. Somebody not doing their job, Joe.
Yeah.
So we have to understand that if I feel bad on Monday because of something I saw Sunday, I watch that Sunday.
You know what? I teach my kids that, man, because my son he'll watch all this fighting stuff, and sometimes when he consumes too much, it affects him in his sleep. So we have to let him know, hey, you gotta detach from that. You gotta detach from that because this is the cause of XYZ that's going on. So now.
Yeah, here's the thing, man. See, like you got RedL TV, bro, because that was a priority, dog. It was important,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So even with our children, we no longer have to scare them with the consequences. So like many of us were raised in fear. Okay, not all of us, but many of us is within our community. were raised in environments that provoked fear. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So our generation has an opportunity to shift that paradigm and reverse the curse, in a sense that now we can teach our children from a place of what's important. What's important to you? Is it important to you that you get a good night rest? Is it important to you that you have dreams instead of nightmares? Is it important to you that we could sit at the table when we eat breakfast and talk about what those dreams might have meant, instead of you telling me how scared you was and me having to wake up in the middle of the night? Don't you know daddy got this and that and woo 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 going on? Is it more important that we talk about our dreams and what we're gonna make out of our dreams, or we talk about nightmares, or we do things that are gonna make us scared? Do we want to be scared, or do we want to be happy and courageous and feeling like we could do anything and conquer any obstacle? What's priority to you? You get to teach yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? This, from young age, we can begin to grab control of what we think about ourselves and begin to say, I don't have to act out of fear. I can act out of faith, in the sense of what I see myself being, what's important to me, what's priority for my life, right? I don't have to be scared that this and that and the third is going to happen if I don't. Why? Because I'm committed to doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm committed to doing. Why am I committed to doing? Because these things are priority to me, and the only way for me to accomplish these things is if I do. So intuitively, man, we be having it, bro, but much of it be what we say to ourselves, and what we say to ourselves a lot of times be a result of what somebody else said to us. So we just got to know that we have control of that tape, and we can roll it back, and we can play it forward, saying what it is we wanted to say.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I agree 100%, man. I totally, I agree 100%, dude. P said he wasn't expecting to get this this motivation coming.
I appreciate y'all, man. It's y'all platform, bro, and I appreciate being a part of it, bro. Sharing mine, and you already know, man, we family, bro. So
where is Omega get this knowledge from? The what feeds you? What books? What who are you listening to? Who are you watching?
you know, I could give you a list, man, and just before I give you a list of books and authors and things of that nature,
Yeah, we'll
man,
post it on the page.
Just to kind of give a context to things, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say to you this: out of anything that I could say an author said, although it is important for us to see what other people are doing, I mean, you have your Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. There's a good one that I like that many don't talk about. It's a book called The Noticer by Andy Andrews. It's about a guy who ends up in a town, and he teaches people about perspective. And the most important lesson about it is just that, sometimes in life, it's not particularly what's really going on in front of you, especially if you can see something going on behind it. What's really important in those moments is how we're looking at whatever it is that's in front of us, right? And so many of us will stay fixated on the thing in front of us instead of just seeing it as something that's just a bit in a way, but we get into whatever behind it. So, perspective, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, The Noticer by Andy Andrews. Eckhart, Eckhart is dope. Simon, you're absolutely right. Also, man, a good one that I'm actually going over again now is The Measure of a Man by Sidney Poitier. It's categorized as a spiritual biography,
Okay.
and that's something that I would encourage every young man, particularly of color, to pick up, even if they found it on the audio or something like that. Something to kind of throw on the headphones or play when you sleep, or even just especially throughout this time where people are trying to find things to do. Might be something that come across, man. So I just I try and take a little bit from everyone that I feel like is speaking my language, and by my language I just mean wanting to maximize the moment and be more. So
Okay. All
what
right.
about you, man? What you reading lately, man? Or what's the last thing you may have came across, man? I see it in your eyes, bro. But what's maybe the last? Give me something that jump out.
I'm a documentary type person.
Okay, me too, man.
I probably view more documentaries than I read. I think last book I read was by one of my buddies wrote a book, but it's about marriage.
Okay.
So
And you guys don't forget that Eyes Wide, Ears Wider by Darrell Arkutec Murray. And Eckhart, man, Simon Eckhart's got the New Earth. Is it New Earth? I want to say it's New Earth, man, and that is, correct me if I'm wrong, man, just jogging my memory, but I want to say that, without giving these people too much plug on your platform, my brother. But no, it's good. It's good to share these things.
It's good to give people nuggets, man.
Yeah,
give people nuggets.
100%. Because here's the thing. I'm waiting on Simon to maybe validate or confirm that I've got that book right for the New Earth. But I want to say, even if I got that wrong, that book in and of itself was it's a game changer for how we see, especially the times we're living now. He was actually ahead of the game. Bet. All right. So, that guy, he was ahead of the game when it came to a new way. This world we're living in, although immediately it may look the same in a sense of we still got neighbors, some people come cutting their grass, some people not. You got some stores may reopen, some that's gonna forever be closed. Cool, New Earth though. And you got some things gonna be the same, some things are not. But generally, bro, we're gonna be living on a new earth, and what's gonna be particularly important is that those of us who know what love looks like got to be courageous enough to show it. And that's first going to be it's going to be very, very, very important, extremely important, man, that we should be to show that to ourselves first. It's going to be the only way for us to even be able to repel, to deal in the face of the adversary. We're earlier we were talking about just it being a battle between good and evil, more so than who's killing who or the numbers and stuff like that. It's going to be those of us who know what love looks like as a result of what we've shown ourselves. When this thing opens back up, we're going to have a responsibility, a lot bigger than, I'm not saying, to be like passive or to let anybody like treat you any kind of way. But those of us who know what love looks like, we're gonna be the ones that will have to speak up for how this thing is supposed to go. Like we have an opportunity to control the underlying current of what's going on just by being persistent. There's enough of us out here who know what's up. So.
Do you think that trying to ask the right question.
Spit it out.
When things open up,
Yeah.
like you said, nothing's gonna be the same. Do you think we have the right leadership to get us to that expected place where we're looking to be?
What's the right leadership? What when you say right leadership, you mean on a global scale, on a city scale,
Let's
state
start with
local scale?
city scale, global scale.
Well, one thing that I do believe is that those people who end up in office are there for a reason. So whether we agree with them having been the right person for the job or not, at whatever the time frame is, whoever holds whatever seat, be it whatever the political position, they were the ones who were supposed to be there. Could have been there to expose some things, could have been there to get some things done, could have been there to have some conversations that others wouldn't, could have been there to sign some things, could have been there to set some pieces in place, you know, as this life is a chess game, could be there to set some pieces in place that maybe even they're not even aware of, they're just there doing, that may be perfect for the next person coming in. So, you know, there's, you know, to say we have the right or wrong leadership would be, I'd say, subjective. But my hope is that we can begin to tangibly see good hearts in front of us. And you'll know them by their love.
Yeah.
Meaning you'll know them by their conversation, you'll know them by how they respond to the media, you'll know them by, you know, the efforts that they're put. Because see, here's the thing. Anyone would say, or not anyone, but some people would say anybody right now is better than Trump, right?
Right.
And I rarely utter dude's name, but people would say that.
Okay.
But here's the truth. Here's the truth that it is full circle again. The truth we do not talk about is that that's false. No, it is not true that anybody would be better. That is not true. But wherever we are at whatever time frame, society, wherever we're at, man, I just think, man, we just have a responsibility to take care of what's in front of us. Because, bro, nothing going on in Washington right now today is going to immediately change the local condition of our communities. You know who's going to change the local condition of our communities? The local community. The local community.
Right.
That also, on the flip side, would have to mean that if the local community doesn't change, guess what ain't changing?
The local community.
Voila.
So,
but along with that, if the conversation ain't happening, so that attaches to the beginning. If we are afraid of the truth, then that would mean we're scared to tell the truth. So if we're afraid of the truth, then we won't tell the truth, and we'll never talk about the truth, which would mean we're also doing what in a nutshell? Living a lie. And so we would prefer to blame shift and attach fault of our condition with the responsibility to change it. So we have that facade that whatever Washington gonna do gonna change, and it don't work like that. That would be like me saying, because my mother and my father were divorced, and I felt like I deserved to have my dad in my home, and I had that void in my heart of being upset, of never knowing what that felt like, that I would be justified to hold that hurt for the rest of my life, although that's in my past. In all actuality, yes, it would be on the fault of my parents that whatever they had didn't work out for the benefit of, the entity that they set in place at that time, so that a foundation a stronger foundation would be built for the children that they had. However, for as long as that void is there, as far as me being angry or upset of what I didn't have or I feel like I deserve, as long as I allow that void to be there and I don't fill it with forgiveness, that's on me. So, my dad can't fill me with forgiveness. My dad can't forgive himself for me. You understand what I'm saying? My dad can't forgive me for not forgiving myself, for not forgiving him. I got to do that work. And so we not having that conversation in our communities of the work we not doing. We're preferring to look at what's not being done. I'll give you another example. We'll have more conversations about, and this isn't to be agreed upon or disagreed upon, whichever is clever. It'll be true though. We will have more barbershop conversations about what Michael Jordan isn't, or what we feel like he isn't doing for our community, versus what he has done, the standard that he did set, the example that is there, the tears he has hit, and he did it all throughout a time frame that was all within a time frame and within a city and state that didn't want him there. People rarely speak about the beginnings, for a person coming from not only the dirt, but just in an environment where he had to face adversity due to just what he looked like. Forget how he played. So if what I looked like still was a factor, no matter how I played, to work yourself from that to your actual image, your silhouette being known globally, you don't have to do another thing for us to see what we're capable of doing on our own.
Dude. Dude, I mean, that's true. My 7-year-old, dude, Michael Jordan is his favorite basketball player ever. He's 7. So you say, okay, when did you ever see a Michael Jordan basketball game? You know what I'm saying? But he's wise enough to go online, to look up Michael Jordan on YouTube, on Amazon Prime, on Hulu, on everything, all because he's seen Michael Jordan in Space Jam.
Impact, man.
You know what I'm saying? So just for him to see that, like you say, that tells you the weight that you hold. You know what I'm saying? I got a question that's burning everybody though, man.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to know this. They wants to know your opinion. Kanye for president.
Where are these questions at?
Kanye for president, man. He announced last night that he was running for president in 2020.
Yeah.
Are you voting for Kanye?
Well, look, man, I encourage, take this time to encourage everybody to text follow Omega McBride at 40404. I'll say that one more time. Text follow Omega McBride at 40 to the number 40404. Because if you're following a brother on Twitter, you guys would know that how I feel about Ye. And I think Ye is a phenomenal individual. When it comes to courage, I believe that Ye is the epitome. I've watched him put his career on the line several times for the betterment of other people. And no one really points that out, that when he gets into these controversies or these goes on these rants, or it's filled with him talking about bettering our world. It's filled with the passion of doing something different. And many of those interviews that people may have used to victimize, or maybe victimize is the word, but maybe shame him more so. People will look back on these interviews and they'll see how genius and how ahead of his time he was with speaking about and caring about things before it was popular, before it was trending, before all these companies wanted to open up more opportunities for us. These were the things that he was saying, these doors that were closed and the things that didn't make sense as to the creative ideas that he had to help to. So I just say that to say, months ago, February probably, I mentioned this, it's on my Twitter feed back in February. I said something to the sense that, that we'd been hearing that he may run, and that I thought that a campaign ran on faith, meaning believing in what you cannot see, that it's there, that it can be done, that it's already done, that it is so, and you just move accordingly, and you act as if you already are. That's faith. So you guys can look back on my Twitter feed back in February, where I mentioned, that I felt like him running the campaign on faith would probably be the route that he would go. And so you look at 6 months before people may be hitting to the polls, you got to call that faith. Especially with not necessarily having a running mate. I'll go on record to say I think Jay-Z would be perfect. They're both billionaires. 2 billionaires, I think, would be one in the long shot.
Elon Musk said he got him. He said he backing him.
Hey, well, that'd be dope too. Whichever route that it goes, I'm definitely on record, bro. Just to answer your question, I'm on record with saying that I think it would be a good idea, but a good idea in the sense of win or lose. Mm-hmm. We need to continue to see models that are not afraid to show us that anything is you can try. Because here's the thing. Look, people are going to get caught up in the particulars. I'm not caught up in the particulars because all of a sudden people are going to want to be politicians, and nobody can tell me what list of demands Biden has right now with our community's name on them. They'll be quick to say he's just a better candidate because he was with the guy who they generally say didn't do Obama, who we generally say didn't do nothing for us. So because he was with the guy who we all say didn't do nothing for us, he's the better guy. Look, man. There's a bigger thing that could occur here. And we're missing somebody who cares, bro.
Yeah.
And so that's why I say, win or lose, man, give him the platform, bro. Like what?
I would love to see what he has to say.
I don't care. Let me go on record to say, bro, I don't care because I'm in Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm going to vote for him based
Right.
he look at me, or he look like me, or he's from here. Most of us will vote for some. If it's not Ye, most of us will vote for somebody else just because it's not who's there now. Not because the person cares about our community. Not because the person has a list of demands that we only voted for them for, because they had the courage to go on national TV and say, hey, this is why I'm here. I'm going to put forth the effort to do X, Y, Z, this, that, and the third in these particular communities that are deficient in these areas, that are void over here, that are needy over here, who are lacking this over here in particular. We haven't seen nobody do that, so who better? Who better? If nobody's doing that, no one's better. So give me somebody that's just different.
P said, the man said staying a slave was a choice and the world lost their minds.
And here's the thing, we the world.
Ain't no wrong in what he said either.
Facts, man. The thing is, we the world though. You know, we are the world. Mm-hmm. We are the children. But what comes after that? We are the ones to make a better place. So let's start living. Yeah. Let's start giving. Thank you for correcting. We've been told that Michael Jackson, you want to make the world a better place? Look at
man in the mirror.
Look at yourself and make a change. Mm-hmm. So we start to see that we are the world. That means we the problem. We also the solution. So why would I fix my mind? Why would I fix my lips? What benefit is it gonna give me if ain't nobody else in the politician race or Democrats and Republicans, whatever? If no one else is really representing my community, what justification do I have to fix my lips to say what Ye can't do? He done already did everything from being a producer. They didn't want him to rap. He became the #1 in the world. They didn't want him to make no brand on him. They wanted to make shoes or clothes. Yeezy jumped over the jump man. You understand what I'm saying, bro? I mean, it's almost like when you hit that half court three, when you with your boy at the Y or at the gym, and it's still celebrating you and encouraging you, like, dog, bro, you could probably go to the league, dog. Like, he said, do it again. Then you do it again. He like, man, that was luck, bro. That was luck. Then you do the turnaround, the fade away, and you do it. And Mog still, so it boils down, bro, to looking within. And I feel like that's the bigger lesson. That's why I said, man, I don't care what he got to say, bro, because the bigger lesson when history looks back is there was no fear. And we're suffering from that within our community. Our men are lacking courage, bro. We scared out here. That's why we running around with all these guns. I don't want you to pop me, first. I'm frightened. I don't want to get stopped by the cops. I'm scared. We're acting out of fear. And the more that we're playing that same tape as to what we can't do, guess what? We're going to see Kanye, who done did everything from nothing. We're going to look at him and we're going to project our fear on him and say, who he think he is? What is he doing? He can't. And that's us looking at us, telling ourselves. Yeah. And it's a cycle, bro.
Yeah. That's, I mean, you look at him, you look at Jay, where he came, where he's at. You look at look at Obama. You look at Oprah. You look at Queen Latifah. You look at all of these examples of Black excellence, and we still question if we could do it.
Because we question ourselves. We don't understand that we're more than what they've shown us. We're greater than what we've ever been taught, and that's more than jargon. This is in us. This is a part of our DNA. You know, those people that you have on that wall are a distinction of dynasties that our ancestors and those who came before us, they tapped into that energy, man, and they knew that, you know, they were much more than their skin, so they began to look within, and thus they're remembered.
I put that wall up there, man. Every time my kids come in here, my sons, they ask me about people on that wall, you know, and that was done by purpose. Just what you're saying, you know, just to let them know about people who are great. You know, they hear about some of those people in their history books, and they were excited to tell their teachers, "Hey, I got that picture on my wall. I know who that person is."
Yeah.
You know, just because now they know in their mind, this person did something awesome. I can do something as awesome as well. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we gotta pour into each other. You know, we can't continue to speak down on one another, because where does that lead us? You know what I'm saying? We seen where that lead us on. So if we can speak that positivity, man, and know that we're gonna have differences in ideas, differences in beliefs, differences in those things, because we grew up different. We came from different areas. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna take for us to realize, I'm looking at you right now as you through a screen, but I see you, I see me and you. You know what I'm saying? Because
All day.
regardless of where you are right now, where I am right now, at some point down the line, we were connected.
Yep.
At
And
some
still
point down the line, we're connected. You know, and like you're saying, still at this point connected now. So, man, definitely, man, we definitely got to encourage each other.
Yeah, I want to just, you know, connect with that, man. It's just us just learning ourselves a little bit more, you know, and because if we can make the effort to begin to learn ourselves a little bit more, man, we can get a little bit clear. So, for instance, you're talking about positive vibes and things of that nature, bro. In order for us to get there consistently, we got to get clear on what we do not want. And when we don't have these conversations, it prevents us from getting to the point of even realizing, dang, I haven't gotten clear on what kind of community I actually want to live in. I've actually just been living in the community that I either was born in or I, you know, ended up moving to, or, you know, what I could afford or whatever. And we think that we don't say it, but it's almost like it's implied that it has to be the way it is.
Complacency is poison.
Complacency, absolutely, but we get to complacency because of the level of comfort we're used to, the level of comfort we're shown. It's this, you know, it's just this, you know, this aura, you know, it has to be like this. And we never, well, not we never, because some of us do, and many of us, even within those whom are not, you know, you can see them like a sore thumb sometimes within the community because they've gotten clear on the type of person they want to be or something like that. But as a whole, it's important that we begin to get clear on the kind of people we don't want to be, because in the kind of community we don't want to live, the kind of relations between one another, the kind of communication we don't want to have. Meaning, if I don't want no dramatic, or if I don't want nothing that's going to cause no trauma or anything, we want to begin to start applying whatever actions are going to implement the wanting of not wanting that. So if we get clear on we don't want that kind of community. I don't want those kind of friends. I don't want those kind of people around. I don't want this kind of energy. That helps us get clear on how we want to proceed as a whole, as a community, because then we can start to say, well, we do want this. Now we put that on the list. We agree on that because we clear that we don't want it this way. So it means it got to be this way. But those lack of these, those lack of those one-on-ones, those lack of intentional town halls, you know, and now it may look like Zoom and stuff like that amongst people who actually have power within, you know, entities that are making noise, be it politics or acting, entertainment, you know, music, construction, whatever, wherever the big dogs are. It's like, we talking about everything other than what's going to shift things forward. And a part of that is getting clear on what we do not want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I know that I do not want to stay mentally in the position where I'm at, what am I going to do? I might sign up for a couple classes. I'm going to get clear on that. I'm going to get clear because I know I don't want to stay dumb, stupid, or ignorant, or out of the flow, or out of the knowledge of how to do. If I don't go take the class or pick up a book, I'm going to latch on with somebody that knows. So if I know I might could skip a class or two because my homeboy is into he been studying Microsoft, or he's been studying stocks and bonds, and I don't really have the money per se for the class right now, I might go latch on with him and spend a couple days or weeks for him to carve out in my schedule to see how he does some of the things that he's doing, so I could apply some of his things to whatever business fish I have. But mentally, bro, we gotta be thinking like, what more can I do to help myself? And so the first thing is get clear on what kind of life I don't want to have. Because me getting clear on what kind of work, what kind of life I don't want to have, I'm going to be hit with the truth. I got to do some work.
Mm-hmm.
Because that work is going to allow me to begin to start connecting some dots. When I start connecting those dots on how I'm going to get to where I really do want to be, now that I'm clear on I really do want to be here, when I'm collecting those dots, I'm going to have to get honest and say I got to do some work. I have to now. Yeah.
And G, that makes so much sense, because when you look at the life you want, you get intimidated sometimes, right? You get intimidated. You're like, okay, I know I want this, I know I want that, but I don't see how I can obtain that. But you're right. If you look at the life you don't want, you know that's going to drive you not to go there. You know,
but if you ain't looking, but see, that's the thing, bro. If you're not looking and you've made it to complacency from seeing comfort all around you, then I'll never have that conversation with myself. Because that's an internal conversation. That ain't something you got to have with somebody else.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, like, if you married or you have a child that's of age, or you feel like they'll understand, you know, getting clear on what's even important to them. Because see, if we start doing this stuff, we can pass that down to them. Mm-hmm. And even when they're in the classroom and they want to, you know, emotionally get into a place where they fall behind with their production and stuff, they can then themselves fix themselves and say, now, wait a minute, I want to, hey, it's important for me to be on the honor roll. I'm not doing this for my daddy. I'm not doing it for my mama. I'm not doing this for the clout. It's important to me. But then it works the other way too. If it's not important for me to get on the honor roll, well then with courage and with confidence, I'm gonna give my daddy this D. If it's not important for me to be, you know what I'm saying? So
Gee, my sons, they look at me crazy because they be like, Daddy, I'm gonna do this for you. And I'm like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
They be like, huh? They be like, you're not doing that for me. It's like, don't do it for me. Don't do it for me. Don't do it for your mama.
Yeah, don't fool yourself.
Do it because you want to. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna, because the outcome is gonna reflect on you. You know, don't care about what I feel or what I'm gonna say. You know, if you feel like that's what represents who you are, then that's what you do. And they be looking at me like,
yeah, because see, here's the thing: you're the guy. You know, see, you're the one with the experience and the wisdom, so you know how to, you know, you see the direction they're going, so you know how to, you know, put them, you know, especially like when they start to walk, you know how to kind of balance them, and you know how to do that, you know, in whatever sense that works best for your family. But in all actuality, what we do know is it's going to be them and their higher power.
Yeah, yeah.
Period.
This has been awesome, man.
I appreciate you, man. This has been awesome.
We like 2 hours. Did you save that other one?
I did, man. I'll see if I can. I want to say I posted a preview of it, so if you can take it, man. If I can get it to you, I'll get it to you. I'll get it to you, bro.
Okay, yeah. Make sure you save this one too, because we definitely got to put these on the page. Man, people hung with us for these 2 hours, bro.
Appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, that time went by. Clearly, we don't do this enough.
Yeah, it did. It went by super fast, man. But I think it was full of insight, man. It was full of wisdom, dude. I appreciate you. What can we expect in the future?
Man, check out OmegaMcBride.com. You know, I just dropped the new video for my single "All Over Again." You know, we got the Continue Courageously wristbands that are free on the website as well. You know, if you want to donate, you know, send something in and see what the brother's doing. You know, we got we got T-shirts just to kind of keep the message going. I don't know if you can see this. Continue courageously. You know, so it's a quiet campaign, man, going on just to be able to encourage people to look past their skin and dig within. You know, definitely still going to be dropping some material that, you know, will continue to build the intention of the brand. I got something coming out July 31st.
Okay.
So that's I want to say that's a Friday. So, you know, people can look out for July 31st, kind of put that on their calendars. Outside of that, man, you know, with the condition of the world, with COVID and things of that nature, you know, particular, you know, travel or appearances or events and things of that nature have been questioned, but we're still moving, man. I'll be putting out official material throughout the rest of the year. Try to put out another visual for the people, and hopefully people subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the video and hit the bell for notifications. I do want to kind of second some of the stuff you're saying as far as people liking and commenting the material that they like. It helps with the algorithm. You know, so if you are a supporter of people who are being innovative and using their gifts and talents or their knowledge or, you know, whatever they have to push for an agenda that you agree with, I'm not going to even say one in particular, just make sure that you like their, you know, their material and you leave them a comment, you know, because it helps. When I mean it helps with the algorithm, means the more that the attention they get to the material and content that they're putting out, the more that the platform that it's on will push their material to the forefront. And so those who are putting out, you know, love, truth, justice, peace, and freedom, you know, those kind of messages, you want to make sure that you're showing them, you know, some love so that, you know, that can raise the vibration of those attributes on this new earth that we talked about earlier, man. So that's what we, man. Other than that, I'm on every platform, bro. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Omega McBride, everything at Omega McBride.
For sure, for sure. So y'all make sure y'all follow Omega. Make sure y'all head over to RedL TV. Check out his piece that he presented. It's airing right now, live. You can also Wednesday you're gonna check out his full performance, along with everybody else. Ashanti as hell and Analog Soul. Omega, thank you, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. I just want to give a shout out, man, to some of the people I see, man. I see my brother Happy Engines in there, man. It's Alpha from Alpha and Omega, man. We were in the duo together, made some legendary noise, man. Lante JM. Lante also has Soul Ties by Lonnie. Her and I did a collaboration with some of the handmade jewelry. She's a self-taught artisan. So she has soultiesbylani.com as well, where people can leave their email and get a notification for when that site drops. Happy Engines, I know he's also, he has an app that he's working on, Chicago Mobile Mechanic. And so again, that's Chicago Mobile Mechanic. These are also entrepreneurs and innovators of African ancestry. So, you know, feel free to you know, give them a like or show them some love on their pages and things that they're doing to help raise the love vibration and earth as well. Shout out to Simon, man. Appreciate you, dog.
Okay. Definitely. Man, till next time, bro. Appreciate
You
you.
got it, man. All day. I'm gonna say this, man, and I'm gonna do my best to send you a link. Make sure you get this. All right, bro. Much
All
love.
right, for sure. And don't forget the book list too for us, man.
Oh yeah. I'll send that to you as well. I got
All
you.
right.
All right, bro.
Take it
Much
easy.
love, man. Enjoy the day. Have a great week, bro.
You too.
Peace.